Hello, friend. Welcome to your reading. The only thing constant is change. The only thing constant is change. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. What does the collective need to know about the energy overall right now, post-eclipse, post-eclipse season? What does the collective need to know energetically? Okay, the 12th house actually came up in reverse, which I think is a really great place to start. First of all, I apologize for keeping you all waiting. I posted about it on the community tab, but if you did not see, not only am I dealing with some physical health issues, I also just took some time to handle some emotional and mental health issues that needed my attention. I have a big family wedding coming up out of town where I have some responsibilities, and I needed to sort of sort some things out before that happened. Also just dealing with the changes that eclipse season brought and processing that and sort of figuring out what that meant for me. So thank you all so much for your patience. This isn't my professional job, but I do take it very seriously. And so I want you guys to know that, I don't upload readings that I feel like, when I feel like my energy isn't quite right, when I'm not feeling that connection or that insight, I don't want to upload a reading and have it be kind of half-ass or sideways. So thank you all so much. But I do feel like this 12th house, that's been a lot of what I've been feeling with this eclipse, is a lot of the hidden energies, hidden motivations, a lot of this wounding is being brought to light in a very sometimes very sudden, sometimes very dramatic way. And you're not only finding out who other people truly are beneath the surface, but I feel like we are finding out who we are, what our wounding is, kind of what these issues are that need to be examined and worked on, and possibly reparented is a word that's coming to mind. So inner child work, or working on inner child work, or shadow work, where if you have a mother or father wound where you need to work on, that might be something that you are currently facing. I actually have an inner child oracle deck that is new, so I'll pull a couple of those cards once we do this energy check-in. Show me what else is going on post-eclipse. What does the collective need to know? A person's heart plans his way, but the Lord determines his steps. Yeah, so you may have a sense of divine intervention or divine redirection right now. Confirmation for those of you who have for whom sirens are significant. But there may be a direction that you were on, or a particular path that you had been taking for a period of time. And in this eclipse season, that was broken down, and you're being redirected toward what the divine has in store for you. So if you're feeling like these tower moments are coming in, and there's a lot of destruction or a lot of stress or a lot of anxiety, it is for a higher purpose. If relationships are falling away specifically, it's for a reason. What else, please? What else does the collective need to know about the current energy? Oh, that's a lot, but temperance is here. Yeah, that's a level of healing. That's also a level of alchemy. That's a level of And soul family is also here with the 4th house. I might put these 2 cards back, but what I will say is that this might be with a mother or father, specifically mother, or it might be with someone who is in your soul family. You might think of them as a soulmate. Temperance is also, you know, the ultimate alchemy. It's healing the negative traits of the Emperor and the Empress and alchemizing them into a single figure. It's also, you know, earth and water, the material and the ephemeral coming together in one spiritual depiction. So because the angel on the traditional temperance card has 1 foot on land and 1 foot in the water. So again, I feel like this is a time of deep healing, of reflection, of patience, having patience for I feel like this 12th house in reverse, it's like all this stuff that was hidden and underneath, it came or is coming to light in a very dramatic manner. Possibly very suddenly in kind of a flashy way, where, you know, you're like, wow, that is not who I thought that person was, or wow, that is not the way that I thought that would go. And so you're left to process, you're left to heal, you're left to say, okay, the impact of that explosion was such that the dust needs to settle. One more card, please. One more card for the collective about this energy. There's something about, even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. You're being divinely shepherded is what I just heard. I know that in the Bible, they talk about Jesus as the good shepherd. That's like a very common metaphor. That's a very common reference, and, you know, the sinners being sheep, or like the people being sheep. You are being shepherded through this transition period and also this transformation in a way where it's like what I'm hearing and seeing is like 1 foot in front of the other. Like 1 foot in front of the other, just sort of like take it bit by bit, step by step, 1 day at a time, 1 hour at a time, even if it's really bad. I also, I don't know why this is coming in this way, but like I'm hearing, or like what's coming to mind is like abandonment wounding, like, and like you may have felt abandoned in the past by like, not only like parental figures, but like romantic people, friends, family, maybe even God in a particularly low point in your life. And you're like, has God just like totally forgotten me? Are you kidding? And what you're meant to know about this is that, those sort of bottoms are what defines you and what builds you up, so that when you are given the opportunity for something beautiful, you can seize it, and you can be capable of seizing that opportunity. I love this deck. This is the Neon Awakening Volume 2. I don't know if I ever told you guys before, but I helped a lot with designing this deck, and picking out the Bible verses and the quotes from literature that went into this deck. It means a lot to me. I put a lot of time and effort and energy into it. So that was a really special opportunity that I'm super grateful for. And was definitely a first for me when I did it. Why don't I snag that Inner Child Oracle deck that I mentioned? I actually think I just got this on Amazon. I'll make sure that all the decks I've used are linked down in the description of this video, as I always try to do. So let's get to it. What are some of the things being illuminated, or what needs to be worked on or healed for the collective during this time? I feel like being out of eclipse season is beautiful and a good thing, but I also feel like it's like I said, it's like letting the dust settle before the next big transits happen. We have another Mercury retrograde before the end of the year. We have Pluto going direct, which is big 12th house energy, and the sign of Capricorn, which is kind of crazy. So show me, what does the collective need? What messages do the collective need about their inner child healing right now? What do they need? What messages do they need? You want to come out. Become aware. Listen to the wisdom of the body. Can you guys see that card? Yeah. Beautiful art there. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of illumination happening right now and a lot of waking up. I also feel like, I don't know if you guys have been experiencing this too. I didn't write down before filming this, so maybe I'll have to do that in the next video. Some of the downloads I had, it was crazy. I was driving to my local spiritual shop, and I was in the car, and I had all of these crazy downloads come in at once, and I literally hit record on my little voice memo, and I just started saying what I was hearing and feeling and like what was coming in. And so anyway, I'll have to maybe share those at some point. Let it come forth. More illumination. Give yourself permission to feel it. Maybe you guys are like me and you suppress those emotions because you have too much to do and you don't want to be laid up crying or angry or whatever, because a lot of people don't realize, they think of emotions or being emotional and they think of somebody like crying or like going from laughing to crying, but anger is also an emotion. You can be emotional and like be snapping at everybody and irritable and impatient. That's equally as emotional as crying is. So, yeah, I feel like if you've been repressing your emotions, like those are going to come to the surface too during this time. And you know that old saying, it's better out than in. I mean, I know people say that, talk about like digestion and belching and stuff with that, but it's also the same with emotions, because think about it. If you, let's say you're like really angry and you bottle it up and you're like, I don't have time for that. And then the same person does something else that really makes you mad. So then that's stacked on top. And then it keeps going and going and going until you blow. As opposed to if you were just let it out the first time, it wouldn't be explosive. It would be like, hey, that really, ground my gears. Don't say that, please. It bothers me. I'm totally guilty of not saying something in the moment and bottling and letting it build and build and build and build. So, and it doesn't even have to be to the person. It can be writing somebody a letter and then ripping it up if you're angry, or crying and letting it out. Singing in the car, along with a song that's sad or happy or whatever. But letting your emotions flow, not stopping the flow of energy in and out, and allowing that awareness to come to be. I think it's allowing the awareness of your emotions and your body, what your limits are also. What are the messages for the collective right now? What are the messages for the collective right now? 22 is also here. There are quite a few twos, so twos might be significant during this time. If you're seeing a lot of 222, this reading might be for you. That rhymed. Other messages for the collective. The only card, oh, there's another one, grounded. It's funny that that came out because I saw the image of somebody like hugging a tree when I was on this card. So you may want to hug a tree. Gratitude. Using gratitude to ground you in your emotions when you're releasing your emotions as well. So if you're having like a lot of anger, if you're having, you know, make a gratitude list, but don't let that be the thing that is suppressing your feelings when you have them. Allow that to ground you in your body. And there is something about allowing the emotions to flow right now at this time. Allowing them to flow through you to prepare you for union. And to create inner union within yourself, which is even more important. To create a level of harmony, to create a level of unstuckness. There is something about you being divinely protected or guarded at this time. You have a lot of angelic help, specifically Saint Michael, I feel like is with you right now. I'm gonna pull from this deck. And then we can get into the tarot. Just a couple messages for the collective from this deck. You want to come out. Peak season. It's funny, I picked it up, peaked already versus peak season. So this deck, when you pick it up, like one side is positive and one side is like more negative. Typically if it like turns around, then I'll take it as like a reverse, but otherwise, I like to have it right side up, if that makes sense. I feel like there's a level of like doing this kind of like, when it's autumn, the leaves die, and, you know, bears and squirrels and everybody goes into hibernation. And I feel like your hibernation collective is a level of healing so that you can emerge and be ready for this like peak season. I don't feel like you have peaked already in your life. I feel like that would be crazy. The energy of this revealing and illumination and like gotcha, like I feel like that may have peaked already. But I do feel like you have some work to do to get ready for this, for coming into your own. And it may be something simple, but it also might be something hard. Triangles. There's a lot of triangles on this card. That might be something that you resonate with or not. What messages does the collective need to know or hear right now? There's also something about hands right now. Like if your hands are unconsciously doing something, like let's say you're just sitting there and your hands like make like a little symbol, or like they fold a particular way, like maybe notice that and like think about what that means to you. Like for me, like if I was sitting there and my hand went like this, I'd be like, okay, like that's the okay symbol, like that, maybe that means everything will be okay. Or like if like my hand did this, then like maybe it would, for me, I'd be like, oh, maybe I need to meditate more, or maybe my meditation practice is going to give me some answers. Like there's something about hands, because there's hand here, 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 and here. There's hand on this Psalm card, hands on the Temperance card. It's like a big one right now. Psychic. Your psychic abilities are currently expanding. That, I think, could also be part of why the 12th house is in reverse, because it's like, it's no longer in the dark, it's coming to light. Your gifts are starting to come in, and it's like, if you haven't done, I would definitely, if you don't take time to just sort of be quiet and like listen to your guides, your angels, I would definitely start doing that regularly. Spring cleaning. It's time to rid yourself, oof, that's for me, of things that you no longer use or simply take up space. That's for me. I need to clean out my house so bad. I always talk about that, but it's on the list. It's on the list. I'm in process. To be fair, I live in a really small apartment and I have a lot of items. Let me go ahead and check the tarot while we are here. It's weird. It's like, I'm not even getting like big energy from anybody who's on your mind right now. It's like, this is mostly about you guys. And I think that's okay. I mean, I understand why people want to know about their person. And I think that, you know, if that's why you're watching my channel in particular, I always check in with them, but I don't know. I just feel like right now it's all about you, collective. I feel like there's so much coming in for you in work, in spiritual growth, in love. I do believe that. I just think that the love stuff may still be under the surface. We'll have to see. What does the collective need to know that's coming in for them in the next, let's say like week? What does the collective need to know? What's coming in for them? What does the collective need to know? What's coming in for them? Whoa. Hanged Man. And the Twin Flame card. Okay. All right. There's something about a change in perspective about your journey and a letting go. I feel like some of you are really coming into your surrender era, which I love. I think that's really beautiful. I think a lot of you are sort of slowly starting to detach from the outcome of your love situations and really make some headway on just focusing on yourself and making the best out of your situation and your life. And I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, the way that like it feels when I read your comments, I know that a lot of you are going through some tough stuff right now. Like not easy. Like you guys aren't like all in this like smooth sailing. I feel like a lot of you have these challenges that you have to overcome. And I feel like there's also something about like nourishing your soul, specifically like I'm hearing like soul food. So like for me, when I think of soul food, it's like me going to a museum and looking at like really beautiful pieces of art. For you, it may be like going to the movies or going to a football game or like going outside and going on like an amazing hike and seeing like the best of nature, or like making a recipe that you've never tried before and like tasting the deliciousness, or hearing a new piece of music or listening to an album all the way through from start to back. There's something about like not focused on the achievement, but like focused on like nourishing your soul in a way that is like really beautiful. And it's like, that's the sacrifice, is like putting in that time, putting in that like sacrificing productivity to level up what you're meant to be doing and do some of that like really kind of deep healing work that you can't do through a book or a worksheet or like, you know, I think therapy is a great idea for like honestly everybody, but there are certain things you can't do in therapy. You kind of just have to meditate. You kind of have to just be and allow, like I said at the beginning, like allow the dust to settle. Show me what else for the collective. I see a card that like I want to take. Yeah, you're next. 5 of Wands. Yeah, you all may be like facing some really difficult things. And it's almost like when you're at the top of a water slide and you just have to like shove off and allow it to just take you all the way down. You're being protected. You're being guarded and guided. Some of you may be like holding on to something that you're not meant to hold on to, and you have to let it go to get to this. And it's like God's gonna get you there no matter what. Or that's just happened and you're feeling the pain from that, or you're like wondering like, why did that happen? And the truth is because it wasn't meant for you. Whatever was sacrificed or let go, like it was meant to be taken away. Yeah, like some of you might be confused, like what the hell? I never would have given that up. I never would have, you know, stopped talking to that person. I never would have left that job. I you know, I'm scared. I don't feel safe. I don't feel good. Like, what is this? Why is this happening? And the answer is because it was meant to, for whatever the reason. Like, it needed to happen. It needed to happen. It needed to happen. It needed to happen so you could move forward, collective. So you could move, so you could expand, yeah, to something new. Because you wouldn't have expanded, you would have been stuck in your head. You wouldn't have expanded if it hadn't happened in this manner. There was something that was in your life that was actively holding you back, that you wouldn't have let go on your own. And it needed to be taken from you, and it was. And it sucks. I don't know what it was for each of you, but it sucks. For some of you, you might be like filing for unemployment right now, and I'm really sorry. That blows. I just heard clear the way. So it was something that was meant to clear the way. Okay. I don't actually want to pull on your person's energy right now. I just am going to pull a couple of messages from this deck. This is one I don't use super often. It's specifically meant for like twin flame or high level soulmate love when you're in separation. What does the collective's person want to say to them? And by the way, if nobody's told you recently, I'm really proud of you for everything you've been through, for how far you've come since you started this journey. Ooh, that hangman keeps wanting to go in reverse. That means something, I feel like. So maybe the pause or the break or the delays are going to end once you get back on track. I just heard a little confirmation ding. So Messages from the collective's person for them right now. You want to come? I'm ending karmic cycles that don't fulfill my soul. Bam. Things are being illuminated right now. As you let go, your person is letting go. That's the mirroring. It's so funny. I saw one divine feminine said that they work with their divine masculine, and the mirroring on a particular day was so intense that it was like when she put on a jacket, he put on a jacket, his jacket, because he was cold. And then when she took off the jacket, he took off the jacket. He took off his jacket. And he wasn't like copying her. It was like, it just was like happenstance. But it was like the mirroring was that level of... Anyway, I just kind of thought that was funny. You've inspired me to be a better person. Which is why it's so important, collective, for you to work on yourself and pour into your own cup and work on your own healing. And let go what needs to be let go. Heal wounds that need to be healed. And your person wants to say thank you for always believing in them. It's funny that this card is at the bottom. I don't feel like they're quite there yet, if I'm perfectly honest. I want to profess my love to you. They do want to, but it's like under a couple of layers. They're not, I don't feel like that's coming right now. If I'm honest with you. And I always try to be honest with you guys. But they do want to say to you, like right now, thank you for always believing in me. More than they believe in themselves. Yeah. Okay, we'll get another couple messages from this deck. And then we'll call it good. I want to reach out to you, but I'm not sure what to say or how to approach you. That's what I was just saying. Like, I don't think they're ready to reach out yet, to be honest. That's not what I'm feeling. But I do feel like they have a lot they want to say to you. I feel like they owe you a lot. There's something about like the improvements they've made in their life. It's like they feel like they owe you for that. And they're grateful to you. There's a lot of gratitude in this reading today. A lot of gratitude in this reading today. I know I've been selfish and you didn't deserve any of that. Yeah, that's definitely coming out big time. I'm contemplating if I should send you a message or not. Okay, so maybe for some of you it's more present than I think it is, but like I'm not... I feel like what they're doing is like they're drafting it in their head. It's like they're going over it. They might even have it on like the notes app of their phone. And they're like, hi, no, hey, no, hello, no, that's stupid. And it's like they're going back and like editing it. Like, and they're trying to like, what could I possibly say for myself? I know it's not you, it's me. Yeah. Yeah, big time. Collective, let's allow the dust to settle here for a minute. Let's just take a breath, take it easy. Let's roll through the next couple of weeks from Libra season into Scorpio season. Scorpio season goes deep, that's for sure. And then let's see what happens. Because I feel like something is brewing. I feel like these realizations that are coming in about, oh yeah, one of my downloads that I had, I do remember this now, is about how, you know what might be coming to light, or part of what's coming to light, is people may have taken you for granted or like written you off in a particular way because it's like they thought they were, you know, prettier than you or smarter than you or whatever. They wrote you off in a particular way, but like they didn't guess what your actual superpower was. Because everybody has stuff different, right? Like, so like, you know, I'm not the best at math, right? But I'm really good at writing, and I'm really good at like communicating, and I'm really good at empathizing, and like those are my superpowers. And so if somebody was like literally handed me like a calculus exam and was like, here, take this, like they would think that I was like a grade A idiot, but they wouldn't know about my other superpowers because they didn't even bother to ask. And I feel like for a lot of you, people who have written you off are like being proved wrong, like actively, because your superpowers are being allowed to shine at this time. I especially was getting that message right before the eclipse, actually, like that weekend. So embrace that level of spotlight and just allow yourself to be and embrace and like allow and be open. Somebody may be coming in to apologize to you or make amends. Are you going to be open to that? Hold on. Sorry. Somebody may be coming in. Is the collective going to be open to this apology? Help me see, help me understand. Is the collective going to be open to this apology? Didn't look good. Death. Nope. Well, that might be whatever you need to let go of. Or something would have to be completely transformed for you to consider it. I don't know, collective. You might not be open to that. And that's okay. The number one priority for you is to choose yourself. You don't need to choose anybody but you, because nobody is going to choose you first but you. So put yourself first, and put your healing first, and put your evolution first, put your soul's journey first. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be open to taking this person back. You may want to fight them. I don't know. I hope this isn't my energy, like rubbing off on these cards. At the end of the day, healer. This says healer. That says storm. Sorry, that says death. Your priority should be on healing yourself. And not being bound to another person. This says bound. You aren't obligated to accept someone's apology. You can just say, thank you so much for making that apology, and move along. Well, that took a turn. I wasn't expecting. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all so much. And I'm going to do my best to get you out another video soon. Another reading. Maybe we'll do something a bit more romantic for the next one. But I love you all, and have an amazing rest of your day. Okay? Bye.